Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. Whispers are starting to circle the baseball world, and if they're true, the Los Angeles Dodgers may be on the verge of shaking up the entire MLB landscape once again, after what many are calling a deeply underwhelming stint from Michael Conforto, who failed to live up to expectations both at the plate and in the outfield. The Dodgers front office is reportedly setting its sights on none other than Atlanta Braves superstar Ronald Acuña Jr. Yes, you heard that right, Ronald Acuña Jr., the 2023 NL MVP and one of the most electrifying talents in the game. While no official deal has been announced, multiple sources close to the situation say the Dodgers are actively engaged in exploratory talks, testing the waters to see what it would take to pry Acuña away from the Braves, a team known for locking up their stars early but also known for making bold moves when the price is right. Could the fallout from Conforto's disappointing season really be pushing the Dodgers to go all in? For one of the game's biggest names, the buzz is building, and in a city like Los Angeles, star power is always in season. Now, let's be clear, Ronald Acuña Jr. is not a player any team parts with lightly. He's the face of the Braves franchise, a cornerstone player whose jersey sales, highlight reels, and production at the top of the lineup have made him one of the most valuable assets in baseball. But here's where it gets interesting. Sources close to the Dodgers front office say there's a growing frustration with how this season has unfolded, particularly with underperformance in the outfield. Michael Conforto, once seen as a savvy veteran pickup with power potential and playoff experience, has simply not delivered. Injuries, inconsistency, and a lack of clutch production have left a void, and that's exactly the kind of void that the Dodgers, a win-now organization, cannot afford to let linger. Enter Acuña. The rumor is that conversations began quietly, almost hypothetically, with the Dodgers testing the idea of a blockbuster deal. Could it actually happen? Could the Braves, with a deep farm system and plenty of young talent, be persuaded to listen if the return is massive enough? The idea might seem far-fetched, but in baseball, nothing is impossible. Some insiders believe that a trade of this magnitude would only be possible if the Dodgers were willing to part with a king's ransom. We're talking about top-tier prospects, maybe even a young MLB-ready starter, and perhaps some international bonus pool money to sweeten the deal. The Dodgers have the assets, they always do, from Gavin Stone and Diego Cartaya to Dalton Rushing and Any Pages. Los Angeles has built one of the deepest and most flexible farm systems in baseball. Combine that with a front office that has never been afraid to take risks. Remember the deals for Mookie Betts and Max Scherzer, and suddenly, the idea of Acuña in Dodger blue doesn't seem so impossible. The Braves, meanwhile, may be looking down the road. With so many extensions on the books and young stars emerging, they might see this as an opportunity to cash in on Acuña's peak value. It's not about being sellers, it's about being strategic. This is still just speculation, but the whispers are growing louder by the day, and when the Dodgers sniff a superstar, history tells us they don't hesitate. There's also the question of timing. With the trade deadline fast approaching and the Dodgers facing mounting pressure to stay ahead in a competitive National League, a blockbuster move could come sooner than expected. General Manager Brandon Gomez and President of Baseball Operations Andrew Friedman are reportedly working the phones nonstop. They know what's at stake. A first-round playoff exit won't be acceptable in a market like Los Angeles, especially with the roster and payroll they've built. And when a player like Acuña becomes even remotely available, even in rumor, those phones heat up fast. Conforto's decline this season has only accelerated those conversations. Once considered a stabilizing veteran presence in the outfield, his sub.230 batting average and declining defensive metrics have made him a liability. The Dodgers aren't waiting around. They're in fix-it-now mode, and Acuña could be that fix. He brings energy, athleticism, and a bat that can change games. Fans are already dreaming of a lineup that features Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, and Ronald Acuña Jr. It sounds like a video game, but if anyone can make that fantasy reality, it's the Dodgers. Let's not forget the narrative power of such a move. The Dodgers, more than perhaps any other team, understand the value of star power not just in wins, but in branding, ticket sales, and TV ratings. Adding Ronald Acuña Jr. would be a media explosion, an instant bolt of lightning that would electrify Chavez Ravine and sell out games for the rest of the season. It would be a statement A declaration that the Dodgers are not content with being very good, they want to be legendary. And don't underestimate Acuga's potential fit in LA. He's already a superstar. But in a market like Los Angeles, his brand could explode. Endorsements, commercials, international exposure, it's all right there. For the Braves, this could also be a business decision. They've locked up several young stars to team-friendly deals, and if they feel they can redistribute Acuga's value across multiple needs, they might just entertain the idea, especially if the Dodgers offer enough to reshape Atlanta's long-term roster. Again, this is all speculation, but sometimes smoke leads to fire, and right now, there's smoke swirling all over Dodger Stadium. Reports indicate that the Dodgers have already done internal projections on how Acuga would fit into their clubhouse and culture, and the feedback, overwhelmingly positive, despite some past controversies and flare-ups. Those close to the situation say Acuga's passion and style of play would mesh well with the Dodgers' veteran leadership. Players like Betts and Freeman are known to be strong clubhouse voices, and they could provide the structure that allows Acuga to thrive. Plus, Ohtani's quiet, workman-like presence balances the energy perfectly. Chemistry matters, especially in a clubhouse full of stars. And the Dodgers believe Acuga wouldn't just fit, he'd elevate. He brings a spark, a youthful fearlessness that this team sorely lacks right now. And after seeing their season wobble thanks to inconsistency and lackluster performances from key players, the Dodgers seem ready to inject some adrenaline. Whether it's real or rumor, one thing is becoming clear: Los Angeles is no longer content with incremental upgrades. They want a game changer, and Ronald Acuga Jr. is exactly that, even financially. The move makes a surprising amount of sense. Acuga's current contract, thanks to a team-friendly extension signed early in his career, is incredibly affordable relative to his production. He's under control through 2028 at less than $20 million annually, a steal for a player of his caliber. The Dodgers, who have already committed over $1 billion to Ohtani and other stars, would actually be gaining cost certainty while adding an MVP-level talent. That's the kind of financial efficiency the front office dreams about. On top of that, the marketing potential is limitless. Acuga jerseys flying off shelves in LA, highlight clips going viral nightly, and a team that becomes must-watch television every single game. It's the perfect storm. While Atlanta fans would understandably revolt at the idea, the Braves have shown a ruthless pragmatism in their roster decisions before. And if they believe they can win more games over the next 5 years by spreading Acuga's value across pitching, bullpen depth, and another elite bat, don't rule out anything. Especially not in today's MLB, where boldness often wins championships. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Still, any deal would hinge on one critical factor: whether the Braves genuinely believe Acuga is expendable. And that's a massive if. He's not just a player, he's an icon in Atlanta, a symbol of the franchise's new golden era. Trading him would send shockwaves across baseball and possibly shake the confidence of the fan base. But internally, there are some who believe the Braves front office is growing increasingly focused on long-term flexibility. With Acuga recovering from injury concerns in recent years, and with other outfielders like Michael Harris developing quickly, Atlanta might see an opportunity to make a tough decision that benefits them down the road. Add to that the unpredictable nature of MLB's trade market, and anything is possible. The Dodgers, with their aggressive style and deep pockets, are exactly the kind of team that could push the Braves to consider the unthinkable. We've seen crazy trades before: Betts to LA, Soto to San Diego, Verlander back to Houston. Could Acuga be next? Fan reactions have been mixed so far, as expected. Dodgers fans are salivating at the idea, flooding social media with mock lineups and Photoshop edits of Acuga in Dodger blue. Meanwhile, Braves fans are understandably furious at even the suggestion of a trade. But buried beneath the emotion is a cold, hard truth: MLB is a business. And in the business of winning, no player is truly untouchable. If the Dodgers present an offer that accelerates the Braves' chances of maintaining dominance over the next decade, it will at least be discussed. One insider even described the Dodgers' offer as impossible to ignore. Though details remain scarce, what we do know is this: LA is being aggressive. They've identified Acuga as the answer to multiple issues: production, excitement, fan engagement, and postseason firepower. It's rare that one player checks all those boxes. And the fact that these rumors won't go away might say more than any press release ever could. Something's happening behind the scenes, and baseball insiders are paying close attention. If this deal actually goes through, it could be remembered as one of the most seismic trades in recent memory, maybe even in MLB history. It would reshape the balance of power in the National League overnight. The Dodgers would instantly become the most feared lineup in baseball, while the Braves would be seen either as visionaries or villains, depending on how the return package plays out. But for now, all we have are whispers, glances, and speculation. Yet, in the world of baseball rumors, where there's smoke, there's often fire. And if you've followed the Dodgers over the past decade, you know they don't just chase stars, they acquire them. Stay tuned. The summer is heating up, and if Ronald Acuna Jr. ends up in Los Angeles, the entire baseball world will feel the aftershock. This could be the biggest blockbuster of the decade, and all sparked by one underwhelming season from Michael Conforto. Funny how baseball works like that, isn't it? And perhaps the most intriguing part of all this is what it would mean for the future of both franchises. The Dodgers would be signaling not just a desire to win this year, but to dominate for years to come, building a super team with a core of players under long-term control. Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, and now Acuna. That's a modern dynasty in the making. Meanwhile, the Braves would be redefining their roster identity, leveraging one massive piece to possibly gain 4 or 5 contributors. Could it backfire? Of course, but it could also be brilliant, the kind of shrewd, unpopular move that builds another championship core. It's a high-risk, high-reward scenario for both teams, and that's what makes this rumor so compelling. It's not just about a trade, it's about philosophy, timing, and guts. Whether it's true or not, the very fact that it's being talked about says everything you need to know about how competitive the modern game has become. And who knows, in a few days, we might all be refreshing Twitter to see Acuna boarding a plane to Los Angeles. Buckle up. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.